This is Teacher Janelle, and I'm here to present to you the figures of speech. I shall present to you 13 of the many figures of speech there is. Say it with me: simile, simile, metaphor, metaphor, hyperbole, hyperbole, irony, irony, metonymy, metonymy, synecdoche, synecdoche, allusion, allusion, paradox, paradox, oxymoron, oxymoron, personification, personification, apostrophe, apostrophe, litotes, litotes, onomatopoeia, onomatopoeia. The use of the figures of speech in communication is a confirmation of the notion that language is an art. Hence, the varied forms of figures of speech shall serve as color palette. Such language gives a streak of importance to supposed plain and dull expression. Furthermore, it could also lessen the gravity of an already difficult situation. Therefore, figures of speech makes communication colorful and interesting. Here are the different figures of speech. Simile shows comparison using as and like. Fear not, we are protected by soldiers as brave as lions. Simile is an indirect comparison, however, not all that uses as and like to compare are called simile. Bear in mind that it is only simile when two unlike things, persons, or ideas are compared. You are so like your father. You, which refers to a person, is compared to another person, father. Therefore, this does not qualify for a figure of speech. You tend to these plants like their father. The attributes of care given by a father is compared to how a man takes care of the plants. They are two unlike ideas, fatherhood and gardening. Therefore, this is a simile. Furthermore, the statement, "Fear not, we are protected by soldiers as brave as lions," shows how the courage and fierceness of the soldiers is indirectly compared to that of lions. Metaphor. It makes direct comparison to two unlike things. He was boiling mad. Metaphor is direct comparison, therefore it makes comparison with the absence of as and like. In the statement, "he was boiling mad," a person's anger is compared to that of a boiling pot, which gives up steam, overflows, and is very hot. Thus, this means the person is very angry. Personification. It gives human attributes to a thing, an idea, or an animal. The moon's shadow danced on the lake. To personify a thing, an idea, or even an animal is to give it an attribute, skill, personality, or behavior of a human being. In the statement, "the moon's shadow danced on the lake," shows a picture of the moon's shadow on the surface of the lake moving in the direction the wind moves the water to. This gives the seemingly dancing motion of the moon's shadow. A person's ability to dance is compared to how the moon's shadow moves on the surface of the lake. Hyperbole. It uses exaggeration. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. Hyperbole is plainly exaggerating an event, condition, or circumstance. In the statement, "I am so hungry I could eat a horse," the speaker simply means he is very hungry, but it doesn't mean he'd eat a horse. The horse only symbolizes how huge the craving for food could be that he could eat almost anything. Allusion. It makes reference to people, places, ideas, or anything of historical, literary, cultural, political significance. The COVID-19 pandemic is a rumored Pandora's box. To be able to identify or use an allusion, you must have knowledge about history, literature, and culture. In the statement, "the COVID-19 pandemic is a rumored Pandora's box," the allusion is the reference to the Pandora's box, which is a prominent object in Greek mythology. Pandora opened a box which she was not supposed to open and released all the evils wreaking chaos and suffering to humanity. In the same manner, the COVID-19 caused so many deaths and misfortunes to the modern world. The statement says rumored because of some accounts saying that the virus was man-made and was released to cause this pandemic. Apostrophe speaks directly to someone who is absent or dead as if he or she is present. Not yet resolved, not yet. Like the allusion, you could make an effective apostrophe if you are well versed in history, culture, and literature. However, this one is simpler than apostrophe because you only need to address that historically or culturally significant someone as if he or she is in front of you. In the statement, not yet resolved, not yet, the speaker speaks of Dr. Jose Rizal, our national hero, as if he is in front of him. The statement denotes the speaker's grave need to resolve to continue his works and not die yet. Irony uses different words, usually opposite, to actually say what it means. Your family doctor was as kind-hearted as a wolf. Irony usually says the opposite of what it actually means. In the statement, your family doctor was as kind-hearted as a wolf, the speaker actually means the doctor was rude. That is actually sarcasm, a style mostly found in ironic statements. A wolf does not symbolize kindness, it is wild and ruthless. Therefore, saying that the doctor is a kind-hearted wolf simply states the absence of kindness in the doctor. Litotes. It uses double negatives or two understatements to mean something positive. New York is no ordinary city. They often say that double negatives is an error in grammar. However, it is acceptable when used figuratively. In the statement, New York is no ordinary city, the words no and ordinary are two understatements. When put together would mean extraordinary. Therefore, the statement means New York is an extraordinary city in plain words. Litotes actually put emphasis on one of the understatements or negative ideas to promote the superior meaning. The word ordinary is put in the limelight paired with no to ensure that no one would regard the city as something ordinary. Metonymy. It replaces a name with something closely associated to it. The pen is mightier than the sword. Metonymy uses symbolism to represent something. In the statement, the pen is mightier than the sword are two symbolisms, pen and sword. The pen represents the written words, while the sword refers to military force. This could refer to fighting through writing and through going to battles or fighting wars. The speaker implies that the written word may direct his message more efficiently than imposing force and shedding blood through it. The written word lives on, in which people tend to ponder on, while brute force may only inflict pain and unending chaos. Synecdoche. It uses the part to represent its whole and vice versa. Can I buy you a glass? Synecdoche is another form of symbolism, however, it is more specific. It uses the part to represent the whole, and in some cases, the whole to represent the part. In the statement, "Can I buy you a glass?" the speaker asks if he or she can buy you a drink, mostly liquor. The idea of drinking requires you to have a glass, so when you buy a drink, it comes with a glass as a quantifier. Therefore, glass is part of drinking used to represent liquor. Onomatopoeia. It imitates the natural sounds of things. He went on buzzing, so I leapt. Onomatopoeia is perhaps the easiest to recognize. That, of course, if you are familiar with the sounds around you. In the statement, "He went on buzzing, so I leapt," the word buzzing refers to the sound bees make. The speaker expresses annoyance of such a sound that made him leave, but this doesn't mean there are bees in the vicinity where he was. It means that the person he or she was in contact with kept on nagging, or he may be yapping things the listener was not interested with. Or it could be that he continuously speaks of things someone may be tired of hearing. Paradox. It uses two contradictory ideas to present a latent truth. this is the beginning of the end. Paradox teaches an idea or a lesson through the use of two opposite ideas. At first glance, the statement, "This is the beginning of the end," seems insensible, but if you ponder on it, it does carry a ton of truth. The statement means that the speaker may have seen a phenomena that would mark the start of something that could be disastrous, which will eventually lead to the end of times. Oxymoron. It enjoins two opposite ideas like a shortened paradox. The doctor was absolutely unsure of the nature of your illness. Like the paradox, an oxymoron also uses opposite ideas to represent a latent truth. The statement, "The doctor was absolutely unsure of the nature of your illness," means that the doctor is 100% not sure of the nature of the illness, thus cannot explain the medical condition. The word absolute and unsure are two opposite ideas. Absolute is an affirmation, while unsure is a negative word. The statement is an affirmation of how unsure the doctor was. I am so happy that you have watched till the end. Hope you see the beauty of language and the art that flows with it. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.